the humidity is down a little bit. So I'm going to work out here. It's still fairly early in the day. It's like about 4. Anyway, Levi is in the pool. Oh, y'all can see him. The pool needs water. But he's bouncing up and down. See his head behind us. There he is. Is it cool? Levi! Levi! I'm trying to holler when he comes up. And he goes, Levi! Levi! Is the water hot or cold? Hot. It is hot? I thought the water felt fairly cool earlier when I was just out here messing around. That's when I told him to come on out to the pool. Look at the grass. There's just little sprigs of green everywhere. Not much. These need to be watered. Look at this. I haven't taken them out of their pots yet because I was like, at least here I can water them right here on the deck. Everything needs water. My ferns need water too. But I'm going to clean up out here a little bit, and I think get started on that table for over there that I'll use as my cooking surface. All right, I'll see you in a bit. But the news did say that the humidity is going to come in today and be lower toward this evening and be lower through the night and into tomorrow. So I'm hoping I can get at least the frame built and have it over there, and then a whole lot of stuff is going to leave this whole deck. The swing is leaving. I'm going to store it for right now until I find where I want to put it, because if y'all remember, I'm enlarging. At some point the deck will go out to where those tables and chairs sit, and the tree will be in the deck. Hopefully I never have a situation like I had here and we ever have to cut that tree down. I hope not. But it will be in the deck. Because y'all see that table sits on a slab, a small little slab, just like this one right here. I built them for the picnic tables. Just so the tables wouldn't be sitting with their wood legs in the dirt. And so now that I've got this big deck going out here, I really want it to go out and encompass that slab. So it'll be at the edge here and go that way. And then when it meets up with that edge of that slab, it'll cut back and come all the way down, and it'll still join. It'll come down and back and meet this corner right here. So the deck will go out there. And when all that gets ready to happen, then this all will come down, this fencing. And I think I've got another idea for I know people get tired of hearing about art. Everybody was waiting to hear and see, and then nothing ever happened because it got so daggum hot. Pull it, baby. Pull. Get down. There you go. But I think what I'm going to do is build some planters on each corner of my deck in the corner shape. Like it'll come this way a little bit, then come back this way on both corners. And then I'll put a really pretty, some kind of plant in the corner of that L, that, I don't know how I can say it, like it's a shape like an L, I guess. You know, it'll be a corner. I'll put a plant in the middle and maybe some small potted plants, but all around it on both of the corners, I will put the fairy garden stuff. I think that will be pretty. And then I have these pots that I can add fairy garden stuff to it, like I do down here, like with that one. It'll be easier to take care of. It'll be less likely that the cats will mess with it. And it won't be so out into the yard where I have to worry about storms or, God forbid, high water again like we had in Harvey. I will never have to mess with it because it'll be on the deck. So I'm hoping that's what I have in my mind that I would like to do. But, and we've only got a few more weeks, honestly, I hope, of this heat like this, and then it's got to cool off. I mean, it has to. It'll be fall. I don't know if any of y'all remember, but last year during August is when I decorated the house for fall, trying to bring it on. I don't think it was this hot last year, but I was ready for it to come. And to me, you know, you remember back in the old days when kids didn't go back to school till fall? Well, now our kids are going back to school. My grandbabies went back the second week of August. But you feel like when kids go back, you know, they say kids go back to school in the fall. So I brought fall on last year by decorating my house for fall. I didn't do it this year. I have not been in the mood. It's like you go out and you come back in and don't make me do anything else right now. That's how my mindset goes. Anyway, got a little bit of a breeze. I don't know if y'all can see behind me. There's a tiny little breeze, but I'm gonna go pull the boards out that I need to work with, and then possibly get at least the frame built before I go back in the house. All right, I'll see you in a minute. All right, there's the frame. Needs the 4 legs, needs a center brace, and it needs the top. Dad called, said he had a package. I wanted to meet him out here in the yard.
Warning, you have triggered the alarm system.
I don't see him. Although I thought he was here because the dogs went crazy barking, but it wasn't him. Evidently they heard something else. Although I hear a lot of kids across the street and dogs. Don't see him though. Guess it wasn't him. Emma. Emma. Yes. Come here. You're so whiny. Emma is a scruffy cat. She'll like fight anything. She doesn't even hesitate to fight other cats. Boys, girls, it don't matter to her. Emma, Emma. Alright, well, I'm still waiting for Dad. She's ridiculous and she won't leave me alone. Emma, Emma. Emma, Emma. Guess what else is here? This thing staring me in the eyes. Staring me down in my eyes. There's a wild cat. This cat is semi-wild. She was actually raised by Kara, which is an ex-girlfriend of Tony's. And when she left, she couldn't take her. Wherever apartment she was moving to, wouldn't let her have her. So she left her here with Tony. Tony's not really a cat person, so she ends up sort of just wandering around, but she's one of those you can't catch. I can't catch her. Tony may can catch her because she knows him from living over there with them, but when I reach down for her, she moves away from me. I don't know where Daddy is. He just called, said he's bringing a package. Something came for me or Levi. I don't know. Levi got a couple of things up there the other day. That was for his birthday, but they came to Mom and Dad's address. So, I don't know. Still waiting. Little girl. Hi, pretty. Hi, pretty girl. Look at my front yard. I got a little bit of green over here where it's shaded. But it's all out there. It's just almost dead. But there's full sun. Before this neighborhood went in over here, the sun would have to be almost up here because the trees, I mean, you don't even understand how dark it was. I mean, that was just full of woods, trees just packed together. And now it gets bright and early and hot really fast, and it just is burning up my front yard. Well, there he comes. He didn't come on his mule. He's on a bike. Oh my gosh, he's on a scooter. You're on a scooter? I said you called and said you were bringing me a package. I've been listening for the four-wheel or the mule. Well, you're on a scooter.
Yeah, I come quiet.
Where did you get that scooter?
Someone sent it to Daniel and he told me I could just use it. Nobody else used it. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
The little tires are little, so if you hit a rock, you know it. You have to be careful on the rock.
Oh, yeah.
It probably beats sand. I say that would beat sand.
So how do you get going on it?
Yes, ready?
But you keep your legs down on the ground like that, holding you up until you start moving?
Yeah.
I mean, because otherwise, if you put your feet up, you'll fall over.
Take 6 feet up right now.
Honey, Jensen.
If I pick them up, I'm just going to fall over. But
Yeah, so.
you know, I can't hardly do it with scratch.
Yeah.
Just give it a little gas, it takes off. It's pretty fast.
Well, that's pretty cool.
It's got like 3 speeds. I have no idea what speed I'm in.
Well, that's awesome, though, that you can use it. Oh, a little bell. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. All right.
How do you don't like, you know where to ride?
No, Heidi don't have it.
This is your package, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty neat little thing.
You don't need air in your tires, huh?
No, it carried Daniel, it'll carry me.
Oh. Well, it's cute. You could lift that seat up, or is that seat good for you?
No, it's good. He had it up real high. I don't like it up high. He put it down low for Mom. Mom, have you seen this video where they're on it?
No? Is it your video or Daniel's?
His video, when he was putting together a demo light,
Mm-hmm.
and he says, I'm going to go over with y'all to see Mom. She screamed all over y'all head and run on the side.
Oh, my gosh. I'll have to watch his video.
All right.
All right, let me see you go.
Hey, I got 3 more layers of brick, and he's come down tomorrow, look.
Okay, I will. I got to go to Lowe's in the morning, but I'll come down when I get home. Well, you took off good. All right, watch for... Oh, yeah. I don't remember those days. Did you?
Yeah, I bought it. I was going to drive back and forth to work, but traffic's too much. I got something.
When? I don't remember that. Was it before me?
No, I was working at the school.
I cannot remember you on a motor.
Working at the school. In fact, I come down to the dam on you put the right gas in. The gas started. But when you ride with me, I ain't riding on there. I made her get on the back. And I rode down the road. She screamed about like your mom.
Oh my gosh. All right, be careful. There he goes. Oh my word, that's too funny. Morning. It's a beautiful morning. Once again, there's a tiny little breeze, but the humidity is down this morning. So it just feels so good. You will sweat in the sun. I went out by the pond with Molly this morning and the goats and walked and checked for places where I have found eggs. Well, I knew where one place I had found like little guinea eggs. So I'll have to do a float test. I gathered last week there and I thought I left one egg, but I didn't have anything with me like a marker or a pencil. So I knew that if they laid more eggs there, I wasn't gonna be able to tell the difference between the one that I left and the new ones. So as it is, I just gathered them all today, which means there's a possibility they won't lay there again. So I'm gonna have to go through the same thing, walking and looking. But these guinea eggs were all found by that burn pile out there, the one that I burned at Levi's Halloween or October party. It's that big pile. That's where I found them grow up against the log with the grass sort of growing around the log, and they were all right there. And so, like I said, I found them last week and I gathered all but one, planning to go back out with a pencil, and I kept forgetting. So then when I walked out with Molly this morning, I thought, well, let me check there. And sure enough, there was 5 of them. So that meant 4 plus an old one from last time. But I don't know which one. Anyway, then I found another little cluster of my chicken eggs. There's only 3. 1, 2, 3. I have 4 rolls of wire all rolled up and hooked so they won't unroll old wire from old fences I've taken down. And they're right up in the corner against the goat house. Sort of out of the way. They need to get hauled off, but I haven't hauled them off yet. Anyway, between those 3 rolls, there's just a little space where a chicken could maneuver herself in. And she laid, either one chicken's laid 3 days in a row there, or either these are old. But I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do a float test when I get in the house. Anyway, I went this morning early. I went online yesterday and ordered, I did not want to use a treated 4x4 mainly because they're a little bit more expensive and I need them for my fence posts when I redo this fence over here. So I didn't want to waste a treated one. So I ordered just a pine 4x4 untreated. Home Depot had them. Home Depot was out. That's what it was. Home Depot had the 2 10-foot 1x12s that I'll be using for the top of the table, but they were out of the 4x4s untreated. So then I went to McCoy's, and McCoy's, I couldn't find them listed as anything. They carry it all at McCoy's. Now I may be wrong and they may carry them, but I couldn't find them on their website. So then I just thought, well, we'll check Lowe's. Because I knew I had to go to UPS this morning and drop off Connor's Meta VR headset thing. Buddy said it stopped working. It stopped, the hand things wouldn't relay to the headset anymore. He said he don't know what happened, but they just stopped, and he said he Googled, and that does happen. There's nothing you can do to fix it. But he said before he Googled everything, he just kept trying to reset it, and he said it just wouldn't. So I needed to send it back, and Steph went ahead and went and just picked one up because I'd already been playing with it for 2 or 3 days. And according to Buddy and Steph, Connor was upset when it stopped working and said how long he'd waited for it. But then I sort of got on to Connor because I said, listen to me, I don't know if you pitched a fit over there or what. I said, but I went ahead and ordered it for you because you're still going to do jobs and stuff for everybody. So you're paying it off. I said, but if you were still just trying to do a job and gather the money, you wouldn't even have it yet. So why would you pitch a fit? Why not just let Nanny send that one back, do an exchange, and in 3 days you would have gotten a new one? And he goes, I could have done that. And so I don't know if he really pitched the fit or if they just felt bad because he had one and it was broke. Anyway, so I had to drop that off this morning. And he's still going to work it off just because she went and actually bought one. We've sort of worked it out where basically I'm still paying for it, but she had to go down and get it right then. So I don't know. It was funny because Buddy said, Mom, just send that one back, and when they get the refund, just give it to Steph so she can go buy. She's going to go ahead and go buy another one right now, but this will pay her back because we weren't really planning to buy one right now. We weren't planning to buy something right now. And I said, whoa, wait a minute. I said, I put it on a card. So I said, I'm paying it a month. I said, I didn't really have it all to pay right now either. So I put it on a card. And I said, I plan to pay $48 a month until it was paid for. I said, basically, I paid it down. I put something down. I put a lot toward it. And then $40 or $50 a month for 4 months. Anyway, he said, okay, let me talk to Steph and see something. Anyway, we got it all worked out. She went ahead and went and bought it, but I'm still going to pay for it somehow or another. He's still going to do jobs, but I needed to drop it off so I could get that initial money that I put down on it back, because I don't like having money just floating around that I know should be here or I could be using, but it's not here. Anyway, so I went early this morning, went on to Lowe's, picked the lumber up, come back to UPS, stopped at Jack in the Box. Levi had a gift card for his birthday, so I got him a breakfast jack and a drink, got me a drink. And it's very nice still outside. When the humidity goes down like this and we're toward the end of August, it makes you feel, here I go again, but it makes me feel like fall is just around the corner. But you'll get depressed if you listen to the news, because come this evening we'll be in triple digits again. So it was just this like one beautiful no humidity morning where the temperatures were, you know, low 80s. See, right now I can feel a breeze. It's so nice. Anyway, I found these. I only got 3 of them. So I remember I put 4 casters on that rolling workbench thing over there, that potting table, which I don't really use it for that. It's more just for storage, but it's going to be nice to have the TV sitting on it and the radios below it. So I went out and I dug and dug in the drawer where I keep this kind of hardware type stuff, random things, where I got those 4, and I could only find 3. I don't know why in the heck I would only have 3, or if, I don't know, or if one is somewhere and I don't know where I put it. So I went to Amazon and I found it's a 2-inch swivel caster. So I went to Amazon this morning. They'll be here tomorrow. And I went ahead and ordered a 12-pack. It was like 20 bucks for the kind that you screw on the bottom. So I think what I'm going to do is, since I know they're 2-inch coming, and they look identical to this, although I think these are something I got at McCoy's or Home Depot. But they're 2 inches, so I know they're going to match. They look identical. So I'm gonna get the legs cut for the table back here. You can see it down here, the frame. I'm gonna go get the legs cut and screwed in the corners. I'm gonna put these 3 casters on it and clean out that corner over there. So tomorrow, if I can get all this done before the heat actually starts building up, and then tomorrow when those other casters come, I'll put the 4th caster on, the last one, roll it over there, and then I can put the grill over there and put the pizza oven over there and put the other pizza oven. This other one that does the 3-in-1, it does the one I just recently did a review on. The pizza oven part's at the top, but the inside part is a fire pit, or you can put the grate on it and it can be a grill. I told Buddy and Steph they could have that one, but I want to keep it until we do I want to do a family night down here when it cools off some, and get all the ingredients for everybody to make their own pizzas, and then all of us make a pizza. But I have to have this, it has to be cool anyway, so by then all of this will be done. So anyway, I'm gonna get started on this right now. I'll see y'all in a minute. It looks so long, doesn't it? I mean, the frame is a full 8 foot long, but these 1-bys are 10, but that's actually not 10. It's like 9 something. So I'm gonna literally cut these, that when it's in there will be an overhang on both ends of the frame, not enough to cause a problem. It doesn't look level right now, because if y'all can see, that board this leg is sitting on is jacked up a little bit just from weather and whatnot. Anyway, like I said, I thought about putting the 3 rollers on so I could just move it on over there, clean all that corner out and move it over, and then when the other ones come in tomorrow, let Levi just lift it up in the air just high enough that I can screw the other roller in. And I may do that because it's actually still fairly nice out here. Look at them 2 peacocks on the fence out there. Can y'all see them out there? Anyway, I don't want this video to drag out too long and bore you guys. So, and then tomorrow's Thursday, so I need to get this video out for y'all tomorrow. So I sort of got to thinking I would like to put the top on and move it over there in place. And that way y'all can sort of see. That would be, this video is about this table, even though I've got lots of little random stuff in this video. I'm gonna put it all together. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go ahead, put some bracing in on these legs, and then a couple of braces in the middle, and then put the top, flip it over, put the 3 rollers on the casters, then flip it back over, take a block, it's like one of these, cut it at 2 inches, you know, just a piece, just so it'll sit level for right now. And then when the casters come in tomorrow, put the last one on. And then all I have to do is stain it. The legs could stain right now because they're not treated and they can hold a stain right this minute. But the long sides, it's a treated 2x6. So I cannot stain them until they've till they've dried out. These are what I had bought to make the fairy garden, but since I'm going to change that idea and do something different with the fairy garden, I didn't need them, or at least I don't need them right now, and I can use them. Yeah. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and put the top on and the casters on, and then I'll show y'all. I'll put it over there in its place, and I won't need this little round table. I'll get rid of it. Or I might get rid of that low table. I don't know. I don't really know. I never really wanted, this came as a set from something on Marketplace. I only wanted the chairs. But actually the chairs are not even here. They're on the front porch. Because when I took the swing down, I put the 2 chairs and a small table on the front porch. But when I went to Marketplace to get them 2 chairs on the front porch, it was actually coming with this table. And it's one of those low sits to the ground table. And I really don't need it. So I may put it out by the road for somebody that might want it. Because if I'm going to have tables and chairs anywhere, I'd rather them be tables that people can sit up at. You know? That's just my opinion. Alright. Then I got a lot of cleanup to do out here. Alright, I'll see you in a second. Okay, there it is. And that's how it's going to look. I don't know if I want this open at the bottom. So I'll have to figure that out later. If I want it. But it's on the casters except for this leg over here. Y'all can't see my saw sitting there. But it's just on a piece of 4x4 that I cut 2 inches tall to hold it up. But I'm hoping that eventually I'll get me a rolling cooler. The kind that are sort of up off the ground with a shelf underneath. And I know several people said, why don't you just make it? I really don't want to make it. I just want a really nice, pretty one that's in some kind of a color like the green, that old-fashioned-y green color, or a yellow. Something that'll be bright and I can just sort of stand it. And then at some point, I'm going to hook up electricity. This wall needs to be finished. You can see I have an inside wall, but I've painted it brown, but the outside doesn't have, you know, like this is the outside, the siding. It needs it on this side, and I never did that. I never finished it. So what I'd like to do is run an outlet right here, about where that post, this post here is. Just have an outlet installed right here. And then I would like to bring my grill, the smoker out here and put it here, plugged in here. But I need a designated outlet so I don't flip breakers and stuff. So I do want to do that. I don't know. I've been debating whether maybe I should have a meter pole brought in, have the guys bury me a new meter loop for things out here like barn, chickens, goats, pool pump. Those need to be watered bad. Any of these lights that light out here in the yard. Because right now, everything out there is coming from this barn, but it's an extension cord. It's the biggest, heavy dutyest extension cord I could buy, and we're talking about years and years ago, because even before the fire and I had this house, that extension cord is what brought the power out here. So it brings power into this old garage, and there's a power strip, and in the power strip is two plugs, two extension cords, one that goes way out, all the way out to the chicken coop, and one that comes right there and loops down and comes to the pool pump. And then from the chicken coop, there's a power strip that takes power out to the feed room and to the goat house. So you see what I mean? And all of that is coming from the meter pole on the other side of my shop over there. That's the main meter that brings power in the house and everything. And I just feel like there's so much. No, Daddy has a separate pole down there. Well, they have a couple of meters in there. It's 3, I think. They've got one out here in this field that gives that water well, Tina's old water well. It gives it power so he can water the cows and stuff out there. Then he's got a pole up there beside his shop that gives his shop power. So see, his house doesn't have to share with everything else. And I really think that's what I need to do. Have a pole brought in, put it somewhere, have energy come out and hook it up, and then run power to the garage, run power here to the porch, run power to the shop, and then out there. None of it will be big power, and it'll be mostly just lights, except for right here when it comes to the porch, we'll have the TV is inside the porch, and then this, oh, the refrigerator on the back porch also is coming out of my house, but through an appliance cord. I hate it. It's just, I mean, I don't have anything that's fire hazard. I don't. So if anybody's saying, oh, you've got fire hazards. No, nothing's a fire hazard. I mean, I guess anything can be a fire hazard. But I don't have like breakers flip in and things like that. I don't have that much. But I hate that it's all spread so much. Like, it could just be my house is on one thing and I have a separate pole with a meter on it that powers everything else that's an extra, not the house. That's what I'd like, and eventually I will do that. Anyway, but I still got to clean up out here. It's way cooler than it's been, but I'm still I'm starting to sweat now and feel miserable out here, like everything's sticking. I was looking at this. This is like a little backsplash I put in. It's sitting on, it's not actually even screwed in right now. It's sitting on the 2x6, this one right here, but on the back side. And because I took that space, that allowed me to bring these forward and make sure I have this little overhang right here all the way down. But what that does is if I wanted to put something here, right here, then I could put like a 1x6 or 1x8 right here, and it would give me a little shelf back there. I don't think I really need it, but otherwise I just have this hole dropping down in between this fence rail and then this backsplash. And I think it would look cute if it was just covered, like it was one covered thing. It would be better. And I'm gonna have to raise this up a little bit because you can see where the pellets go in, it's touching that. And I want that to have free range. I was just thinking to myself when I sat this here, I actually like this pizza oven better as far as pizza ovens go than that one as a pizza oven. I like the way it looks. I like the smokestack. I like the way that fire came across the top, and but it does take up more room than that one does. And that one, you just load everything down below and it heats straight up from the bottom, so it doesn't take up near as much room. So that's a good point on that one. But as far as making pizza, I just thought this one made pizza better. I just thought, I don't know why I thought it. I just thought with that fire coming across the top like it was, maybe it's not supposed to do that, but it did do that with me. And I liked it because I thought the pizza got done a whole lot faster. And I like the fact that there's a door that you can close and you keep the heat in. But I just, you know, you have to load the pellets from the back. And that bar right there, which was put there to keep Minky from climbing. So, I don't know. I may have to just take that down. Maybe she won't climb now there's a table and stuff here. Shoot, I don't know. She's not even in there that often, but right now it's hot. So she has to be in there because I have to have her close to the house or easy to get to the water and stuff. I don't have to take water out so far. Anyway, all right. And I want to close that in some. I don't want to close it in, but I don't want to be able to see under the house. You can't even see all the stuff that's either dogs have brought up from some point or that washed up from when Harvey was under my house. Just all kinds of junk under there. And I don't really want to see it the same way as over here. So I want to do something decorative. I might do something like I did there with the green wall, because I plan on taking that on down there. I could do that here and I could do that here. But remember, like what I said about the smoker, so at some point right here it needs to be solid and I'll have that heat resistant stuff back behind it. Anyway, it's a work in progress, but at least I've got my table built and this is all cleaned out now. And I can see what I'm going to do here, and I can sort of see in my mind how it's going to be, and I'm happy with it. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and go in now, since it is starting to, it's still got a really nice breeze. Y'all can see everything sort of moving. And the humidity is down because I'm not sweating near as bad as I normally do, but I am starting to feel it. And I want to go in and get me something to drink. All right. I'll see you guys later. God bless y'all.